Guys, welcome to a brand new video. So if you're new to the channel, you might actually not know that I am actually rubbish in tournament scenarios, aka pressure, aka I bottle it. So my practice regimes and the videos I'm going to be producing over the next couple of weeks, month or so, are basically just going to be revolved around pressure practice. How to put yourself in that tournament scenario when you're not actually playing a tournament. Now, why is this useful? Well, obviously when you're practicing under pressure, i.e. heart rate's gone up, getting more tense, gripping the club tighter, all of a sudden you're able to practice in that kind of scenario, which I don't do enough of, and I think that is why I struggle, especially when I'm trying to play golf. So you may have heard of the Phil Mickelson 100 putt challenge. It wasn't designed by him, but he's famous for using it. He uses it quite a lot in his practice regime, and basically it's holding 100 putts in a row from 3 foot in a circle. Easier said than done, because all of a sudden when you're getting up into those high numbers, you're starting to feel the pressure, sweat's coming on a bit, and obviously now you're probably overthinking it more than anything else. Here's a couple of clips with Phil as well, where he's won a tournament, basically played a worldie flop shot, and you'll see him put it inside 3 foot, and he actually puts his hands up in the air almost to say that he's won the tournament, because he knows anything inside 3 foot of the hole, he's got 100% or 99% rate of holding that putt.
I won the 2005 PGA at Baltusrol. I came to the last hole and I hit a chip shot 3 feet.
This is where years of playing these things pays off right here. It's a good one. It's a great one.
And my arms went up because it was inside this circle. I knew I was going to make it. And as I was putting, I went to the side before the putt. 87, stepped in, 88. That's all that was in my head, was those numbers.
And I think that's absolutely huge when it comes to putting under pressure. If you read, or I've read Bob Ratella's book, Putting Out of Your Mind, you get in the way of yourself, you overthink it, you don't let the putt go, you just need to set up, go through your routine and just let the putt go. Almost to the point you don't care if the ball goes in, because if you start caring too much, all of a sudden you're going to make the chances of that ball going in the hole a lot less. Okay, far too much talking for myself, so let's get into this 100 putt in a row challenge. Let's see how I fare, let's see how I get on, and my thoughts on the drill itself. Okay, so all in all, I probably spent about 4 hours on this drill. 4 hours of just hitting 3-footers, and I learned quite a lot. Now, at the start, I was very rigid. I was thinking a lot about my technique, my stroke, and that just didn't help. It just didn't help. I was overthinking it. I was complaining about the green rather than just hitting the putt. They had fertilizer greens that morning and water, so it wasn't the most even surface. And I was contemplating whether I should actually be doing this drill on this particular day, or should I just wait for the greens to get better. However, I quickly learned it wasn't that. It was actually just my technique. I was very rigid. I was almost stabbing it there, or steering it, I probably should say, rather than just letting the putt go. And towards the end of the 4 hours of practicing, my technique just got a lot smoother. It got a lot more subconscious. I was just basically picking the ball, looking at the hole, hitting it. And when I did a reasonable good effort later, all I was doing was basically that. I was just picking a point in the hole of the cup, hit the putt, bam, in the back of the cup, and that just worked perfectly. And it's something that definitely I'm gonna have to work on in tournaments. I have overthought it. You'll see me in a pro-am or a tournament, I'm lining my ball up from about 2 foot, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I mean, if that works for you, then great. However, I'm putting too much pressure on myself where mentally I'm exhausted, just even with the easier things. And I found with this, you should just be thinking and pulling the trigger a lot quicker rather than overthinking it. As I said earlier, Bob Rotella, don't let your mind get in the way of itself. Just pick a point, hit the putt. You've practiced these enough times, or I've practiced these enough times, that this is a very simple task. Do not make it a complicated one, which I think I definitely have done in the past, rather than just picking the line and just hitting it. So I found it very interesting using this drill. This is the first time that I've properly given it a go. I almost thought 100 would be near on impossible when I started this, just because I kept missing comfortably after 3 or 4 or 5, rather than giving it any good attempt to get all the way up to 100 putts. Now I'll slow down the footage here just so you can see my tempo, and you'll see my routine with the putter head, back and forth, look at the hole, hit. And this is a lot more towards the end of the my practice with this than towards 4 hours. And I think if you put a clock on, you'll see my routine is very similar, over and over, back and forth, hitting that putt, bam. And I think that's very important for me, especially when I'm going to be playing under pressure, to have that kind of rhythm to think about rather than thinking about missing it. And I think that's something that's possibly been more in my head rather than the actual stroke in itself in the past. And I think if I have this kind of routine in my head, less emotion, more robotic. And I think that's really important. You're just doing a simple task. You shouldn't be putting any negative thoughts into your head. So I was really impressed with that, and it'd be interesting to see how I get on the more and more I practice this in a month's time, 2 months' time, for example. Now here's my last effort. Now sadly I did not hit the 100. This is the best attempt I could get all afternoon. It was about 84. Which I was pretty happy with. I actually lost count. I actually didn't know until back the footage. I lost count how many I'd hold. All I was thinking about was the target. All I was thinking about was hitting that putt. I wasn't thinking about, oh my god, I've got 50, oh my god, I've got 60. I was just thinking about each putt individually. Where shall I hit it? Bam. Okay guys, there you have it. 84, 85, high 80s was the best I can muster. I've been here for a good 3 hours. You can see the greens taking a bit of wear and tear from my feet marks. Overall, this drill's awesome. Not just for putting. I think it can definitely help you in other areas of your game as well, because I especially found at the start when I was practicing this drill, I was thinking too much. I was thinking about my technique, I was thinking about what the putter's doing, I was thinking about where the ball is, the break, rather than stepping up, having a look, using your subconscious, your feeling, just to get it in the back of the hole. The putt that I actually missed, I thought I actually put in the hole. The greens have just been fertilised, they've been watered. I know I'm getting a few excuses in, but I felt like I hit a good putt there anyway. Guys, if you want to see the actual 100 putts in a row completed, give this video 100 likes. A like for a putt. Give this video a like, and also guys, let me know how you get on with this drill, how you find it, or if there's any other pressure drills that you think I should talk about, or you think I should do, or you think that would just personally help myself. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching. As always, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.